Hey family, we're about to read chapter 9 in Revelation. How soon? For those of you who are just joining me, I'm Queenie Brown, and this morning the Father told me that we were going to be reading Revelations aloud right here with you. And if you have not caught chapters 1 through 8, I highly advise you to begin at the beginning. Go to the very first one and understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. And then if you are so inclined and feel led to, go to TruthScriptures.store and get your copy of the Truth Scriptures. You can also go to TruthBookmarks.com and download your copy of the Truth Bookmarks. That's going to help you cross-reference the names which are restored and accurate in this version. The Truth Bookmarks are going to help you cross-reference so that you can study and be reminded of the names that you're used to hearing compared to the new ones, and learn how to say the new ones as well. We're on chapter 9. Here we go. Excuse me. It is written, when the fifth messenger blew his trumpet, I saw a star fall from the sky to the earth. It was given a key to the tunnel that led down to the pit of the abyss. As he opened the pit of the abyss, smoke poured out like the smoke of a great furnace. The sun and the air turned dark because of the smoke. Then locusts came out of the smoke and covered the earth. They were given the same power as scorpions. The locusts were told not to harm any grass, plant, or tree on the earth. However, they were instructed to punish everyone who did not have the mark of Yahuwah on their foreheads. The locusts were allowed to make those people suffer for 5 months, but not kill them. The suffering they caused was like the torment from the sting of a scorpion. In those days, people will want to die, but they will not be able to. They will hope for death, but it will run away from them. These locusts looked like horses prepared for war. On their heads, they wore something that looked like gold crowns, and they had human faces. Their hair was like long hair of a woman, and their teeth were like those of lions. They had breastplates made of iron. The sounds of their wings was like a sound of many chariots whose horses were rushing into war. They had tails like scorpions with stingers on them. The stings that had the power to hurt people for 5 months. The ruler over them was the messenger in charge of the abyss. His name in Abari is Abaddon, and in Aramite, his name is Shara. The first woe has passed, but behold, there are 2 more woes yet to come. Then the 6th messenger blew his trumpet. I heard a voice speak from the 4 corners. I heard a voice speak from the 4 corner horns of the gold altar that stands in the presence of Yahuwah. The voice spoke to the 6th messenger who had the trumpet and said, release the 4 messengers who have been tied up at the great Parat River. Then the 4 messengers were set loose. They had been prepared for that very hour, that very day, that very month, and that very year to kill 1/3 of all of humankind. I heard the number of how many of them would be set loose. The number of their war horses was 200 million. And this is how I saw the horses and their riders in the vision. They had breastplates that were fiery red, dark blue, and yellow as sulfur. The horses' heads looked like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and brimstone sulfur. By these 3 plagues, the 1/3 of all human beings were killed by the fire, smoke, and brimstone sulfur that was coming out of their mouths. The power of the horses was in their mouths and in their tails. Their tails were like snakes with heads that inflict injury on whoever they strike. And the rest of humankind who were not killed by these plagues did not change their hearts and their lives. They still worshiped idols and demons. They kept on worshiping idols made of gold, silver, bronze, stone, and wood. None of these idols can see, hear, or walk. Of the humans who remained on earth, none of them stopped murdering, practicing witchcraft, being sexually immoral, and stealing. Who, child? That was Hassoon, chapter 9. My. Y'all ready for chapter 10? Let's go.